Hi, this is your computation test, letter B. We use this as a quiz. Today in class you're making corrections and I wanted to work out the problems in case you needed to see how to do them. And then if you got below a 70, you can retake on Thursday. Okay, we have no school on Monday, but Thursday after school. Okay, so for this first one, they want to know if you can add, and I kind of already started, but they just want to know, can you add 3-digit numbers? So 8 and 9 is 17, 17 and 5, 22, and that's 29. Carry the 2, 9, 3, that's 23. 6 and 6 is 12, 12 and 9 is 21, plus 4 is 25, that's 27. So 2,739 for this first question. And if you have difficulties adding that many numbers together, you could add these two numbers and then separately add those two and then finally combine. So there are different methods to solving that, but obviously only one right answer. Number 2 wants to know, can you borrow from zeros? 3 minus 7 we can't do. And we can't take away from that 0, so we actually take from the 4 to make it a 3. This was a 10, but I have to borrow from that 10 to give it over here to this 3, so that's a 9. The only number that I could say gets full value is this very first number here that was a 3 and now it gets 13. So we got 13 minus 7, 6. 9 minus 6 is 3. 3 minus 8 I'm not able to do, so I go and I borrow from the 6. It becomes a 5. That becomes a 10, but again I have to borrow from it to give this, to make that a 10, but again I have to borrow from that and make that a 9. This becomes my 13. 13 minus 8, 6, 5, here we go. 9 minus 9 is 0. 9 minus 5 is 4, and 5 minus 2 is 3. To check this, if I needed to, because I know sometimes borrowing is difficult, you can add these two numbers together. When I add these numbers, I should be getting my top value numbers. Okay, so you can double check every time. Number 3 is dealing with subtraction, but we have a whole number and we also have a decimal. What you have to remember here is that if it's out of sight, we stick it to the right. That's where my decimal belongs, and we have to line up decimals when adding or subtracting. For subtraction, I want to make sure my largest number is on top, largest in value, not in size. And then I go ahead and fill in with zeros. So I can't take away from those zeros, so I go over here, that becomes 0. It was a 10, but I'm taking from it, so it's a 9. Same thing here. That was a 10, but I'm taking from it, becomes a 9. The only one that gets, again, quote-unquote full value is this 0 here. 10 minus 6 is 4. 9 minus 3 is 6. 9 minus 9 is 0. Drop your decimal down. 0 minus 8 you can't do. I'm borrowing from that to make a 5. That becomes 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 5 minus nothing, and 2 minus nothing. And again, you could add these two numbers together to get my value of 261 if I wanted to check.